Hey everyone, and welcome to the Box Factory. In this video, we'll be discussing simulation theory and whether or not we are currently living within a computer simulation. Before we start, we would love it if you could take a moment and click like and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos that are sure to bend your mind. Okay, let's get started. Are we living in a simulation? This is a question every person has asked themselves at one point or another. Have you ever wondered if everyone else stops moving the second you exit the room like some sort of video game? Perhaps they were all created and exist solely to offer some level of realism to your existence. NPC, non-player character theory, is a philosophical concept that suggests that we are living in a simulated reality and that other people are not sentient beings but rather are programmed entities similar to non-player characters in a video game. This theory is based on the idea that it is possible for a civilization to create a simulated reality in which all of the inhabitants are artificially intelligent entities that behave and act in predetermined ways. According to NPC theory, we are living in such a simulated reality, and the people we interact with on a daily basis are not truly sentient beings, but rather are programmed to appear and behave as if they are. Currently, there is no scientific evidence to support NPC theory, and it is considered a speculative and controversial idea. It is difficult to estimate the likelihood of whether or not we are living in a simulation. There are arguments both for and against this idea, and at present there is no definitive way to prove or disprove it. One argument in favor of the idea that we might be living in a simulation is the idea of technological advancement. As technology advances, it becomes increasingly possible for people to create simulated worlds that are indistinguishable from reality. For example, virtual reality technology has come a long way in recent years, and it is now possible to create highly realistic virtual environments that people can interact with. If it is possible for us to create simulated worlds that are indistinguishable from reality, then it stands to reason that it is also possible for some advanced civilization in the future to create a simulated world that we are living in. Another argument in favor of the idea that we might be living in a simulation is the idea of the brain in a vat. This thought experiment, popularized by philosopher Hilary Putnam, posits that it's possible for a person's brain to be removed from their body and kept alive in a vat of nutrients while electrodes connected to the brain are used to provide the person with sensory experiences. If this were the case, the person's entire reality would be a simulated one, as all of their experiences would be mediated through the electrodes. This thought experiment, often used to argue that our own reality might be a simulated one, as it is possible for our experiences to be mediated through some sort of external system. On the other hand, there are also arguments against the idea that we are living in a simulation. One argument is that it is simply too unlikely for us to be living in a simulation. Given the vastness of the universe and the likelihood that there are many other intelligent civilizations out there, it seems unlikely that we are the only ones who have figured out how to create a simulated reality. Additionally, some argue that the complexity of the world around us suggests that it is not a simulation. If our reality were a simulated one, it would have to be highly complex in order to be indistinguishable from the real thing, and it seems unlikely that any civilization would be able to create such a sophisticated simulation. Ultimately, it's difficult to say for sure whether or not we are living in a simulation. There are arguments both for and against this idea, and at present there is no definitive way to prove or disprove it. The Matrix is a science fiction movie released in 1999, and quite possibly the most famous mainstream example of what some believe living in a simulated world would feel like. It tells the story of a computer hacker named Neo. who discovers that the reality he has been living in is actually a simulated world known as the Matrix, created by sentient machines to distract and pacify humans while using their bodies as an energy source. In the movie, The Matrix is a highly advanced computer program that simulates reality. It is indistinguishable from the real world, and the vast majority of people living in it are unaware that it is not the true reality. The Matrix is able to manipulate the experiences and perceptions of those living within it, allowing the machines that created it to control them. There are some real-world examples that could potentially support the idea that we are living in a simulated reality similar to the Matrix. For example, as mentioned earlier, advances in virtual reality technology have made it possible to create highly realistic simulated environments that people can interact with. While these simulated environments are not as advanced as the Matrix depicted in the movie, they do suggest that it is possible for people to create realistic simulated worlds. However, it is important to note that these examples do not definitively prove that we are living in a simulated reality similar to the Matrix. They are simply examples of how it is theoretically possible for such a reality to exist. Recently, as interest in simulation theory and artificial intelligence grows, several famous people have expressed belief in the theory, which posits that we are living in a simulated reality. Here are 3 examples. 1. Elon Musk. In 2016, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk stated in an interview that he believes there is a 1 in billions chance that we are not living in a computer-simulated reality. Musk has argued that the exponential rate of technological advancements make it increasingly likely that we will eventually be able to create a simulated reality that is indistinguishable from the real thing. He has also pointed to the concept of the brain in a vat as evidence that it is possible for our reality to be mediated through some sort of external system. 2. Neil deGrasse Tyson. In 2016, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson also expressed belief in the simulation theory, stating that it is a possibility that we are in a computer-generated reality. He has argued that the complexity of the universe, as well as the fact that our current understanding of the laws of physics is incomplete, suggests that it is possible that we are living in a simulated reality. 3. Nick Bostrom. Philosopher Nick Bostrom has written extensively on the simulation theory, and is perhaps one of the most well-known proponents of the idea. In his book, Superintelligence: Paths, Dangers, and Strategies, Bostrom argues that it is likely that we are living in a simulated reality given the possibility that some advanced civilizations in the future might have the ability to create such a simulated world. He has also argued that if it is possible for us to create a simulated reality, it is likely that other civilizations with greater technological capabilities would also be able to do so. Both simulation theory and NPC theory posit that we are living in a simulated reality created by an advanced civilization or a highly advanced computer program. While there are arguments both for and against the idea, there is currently no definitive way to prove or disprove it, yet. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to click like, subscribe to the Box Factory for more awesome content, and check out these other videos on philosophy and sci-fi.